Alright, we're turning off music. I'm hoping that this I'm hoping this is should be way better. That's hoping to be way better. Better or no? Oh no, it's still messed up. That's yeah, something's going on.
Hello, hello. Yep.
Am I dropping on your end? Or you can hear me clean?
I can hear you decently. I'm turning you up just so I can make sure that I am hearing you. What I have.
It should be better. Oh, no. God. I was fine when I was streaming the other day. Saturday? The last time I streamed.
It feels like it's your sensitivity, because as I'm listening to the playback on the live stream versus what you're saying here, your voice dips out.
You like
And it's weird that like my audio is coming in perfectly fine, so it's not audio through what's around you, it's audio from your mic, so it's definitely either the headset or it's the mic.
you hear me better now?
Keep talking.
Hello, hello, hello. I think on the stream it's working better.
You are coming clearer now on the headset, and then
Yeah. I'm getting this on the stream. It's coming in clear now too. Yeah.
weird now, but you're coming in clear here, but then on the live stream you come up doubled. But then that's how you come out clear, which is weird.
So let me turn off this. So now, am I coming out clean on the live stream? Let me know if you hear anything on the live stream.
Yes, so you're not doubled up anymore, and you come out clear. You should
Okay.
keep talking for a brief amount of time, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you if it cut out.
Let me know if it messes up. There's another thing that I just turned off. So now I'm seeing audio levels working, and I'm seeing that the Elgato is working as well. So
welcome back in, Rick.
Rick, let me know if it's let me know if it's still messing up. All right, let's do this. That's a pain in the ass. I'm gonna get this guy to fix everything this week, and then hopefully everything. Because I have that new mic that I got too.
I feel like for the streaming aspect, we just got to get you just like a standard boom mic that is by itself and just good headphones separate from the mic setup.
That's what I have right here. So I bought a boom mic. So Elgato,
I got you.
Wave DX, and then I got the arm, and I got the add-on for the. I shouldn't, with all the money I'm spending, I shouldn't be having these goddamn problems. To be honest with you.
It's the weird thing of like sometimes the money and the tech might be like great, but sometimes the tech doesn't function with each other, and it needs that little.
I have no
tweak.
excuse because I'm in tech, or I was in tech.
Yeah.
So is so Rick Domzik saying I'm still getting the high and low wave on the stream. Are you hearing me like messed up still?
So I'm getting the low, but you're not cutting out.
Okay. How about?
It's like you come out clear and loud, and then a brief moment you like lessen, but you haven't jumped out yet. I'm coming out really loud in the stream.
Let me lower you out. Yeah, because I made it a lot louder. So let me see. Yeah, we're gonna leave you right there. Yeah, I don't know what else could be the problem.
Are you able to raise your volume from your side?
Yeah, let me do that. Let's do mic. Let's just blast it. You guys hear me now? Now it's probably a lot louder. Yeah, now it's a whole lot louder. You guys hear me okay?
For me, you sound great now.
I sound fine. You talk closer to someone, then you're running. That's hysterical. Let me know if it sounds a little bit better. I changed some settings. I don't know why this is happening. This really shouldn't be happening, to be honest with you. Good for now. All right, good. Hopefully this does not mess up anymore. I'll keep the settings open just in case. So
last stream, did you do anything else with your headset when you
no,
left the room?
nothing. Turned off my computer and left it alone. Again, I think that it has to do with I have to have this guy look at because I have a the Elgato Stream Deck hooked up, and he made a whole bunch of changes, and then because I was having all the issues, everything got erased, and so some things are working and some things aren't working the best. So I said, just let me try to mess with it during the week, and let me see how the stream goes, and then I can come back and at least I can give you some recommendations on stuff that I want. You didn't. So sorry. Correct. I did. I didn't.
It'd be nice if he could come in during the stream, just so he could probably see what the issues might be.
Yeah. Well, I think the biggest thing is all the streams and all the settings in OBS are screwed up, and he's got to come in and reset everything up.
So the settings that you might have had for OBS match up with the Elgato settings
Correct.
and stuff.
Correct. And I'm gonna have him install the mic. I'm gonna set it up probably tomorrow after work, and then I'll start using the boom mic. So, but if the stream is okay now, do you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, everything. It's not skipping, right?
I'm not hearing any cuts. I'm like the slightest of like dip in the volume, but no like cuts.
Okay. I mean, I'll make sure I keep the mic by my face so that you guys can hear me okay. So, all right, let me get out of the full screen because I would rather you guys not be subject to seeing me all the time. All right. Now I switched over. Let me know if the audio is still okay. You guys hear me still? Hello? You guys can hear me okay, right? Okay. Let me know if I doubled up because I just turned something else on. So.
Yes, you doubled up.
I double up. Okay. Turn it off. I'll turn this off. You hear me okay now?
Because I'm listening to you back.
Yeah, that's okay. Let me know on YouTube if I'm still doubled up. Yeah, I just turned off the problem. So let's go over to here.
Well, hey, for anyone who's using OBS who's looking to transfer over to Discord or Elgato streaming, this is a decent way of learning how to mitigate issues to. So at least this is useful for that.
Unfortunately, yes, that's very true. There we go. All right. Jesus Christ, this is a terrible stream. I don't know how you guys are watching this. All right, let's talk about some JOYTOY stuff. And then now that I have you on here, I can bounce some stuff off of you. So, this week, this past week, I got that huge review up, that video up, which I wanted to do because I have a ton of stuff coming in. The other reason why I wanted to do that review was because that's kind of how I want to do things, right? I don't want to do individual figure reviews. I don't want to get into that rat race. I just want to do, like, I'm going to try to do Sanguinius either by himself or with all the figures just because he's a very big release, right? Same thing with Horus. Horus came with all his Justarian Terminators and Abaddon. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to set up my mic and everything tomorrow, my new setup. And then if Sanguinius, who's in the process of getting to me, comes in on Wednesday, I'll do the review of all the Blood Angel Paladins, as well as the Dreadnought and the Legion Praetor with Sanguinius as part of this massive review. Additionally, which is coming in this week, is going to be those 3 figures of the Space Marine team. So you have Titus, and then you have his 2 buddies. So that will be a review by itself, and then I'm going to bunch all of the Blood Angels together. From your experience, Cheether, from I don't know how much of the video you watched, what did you think about that huge review video?
I liked the review. I think my only thing was you had some like the older Terminator figures and stuff that you had to, like, show and play with, and then when it came to the other figures for their reviews, breaking them out of the shell was probably what held it up more. I think if you were to have shown the box and then maybe did like a jump cut to you having them unboxed. Granted, if people love that part of seeing you unbox it, then keep it. I was just thinking if you wanted to try to shorten it down, do that jump cut part.
Sure.
But you were still talking through it, which is great because you were still giving content to what you were doing.
Yeah, it wasn't just
that. It was worth keeping. And I enjoyed that factor, also seeing the differences in not only the scale jumps. For me, it even showed it more to... I only thought it was just the base Marines that they did scale fixing to. No, it's the whole line.
Yeah.
Which was very obvious when you put them all next to each other. I was like, oh...
Yeah, that's the problem.
And so the new Terminators are technically not Primaris, which is the funny thing, because it's the one thing that has not been confirmed is, are Terminators Primarisified or not?
Yeah.
Whereas in the lore, normal Terminators are supposed to tower over base, like Firstborn Marines. So the fact that the old Terminators inside the line look like squats, and the new Terminators look taller, it's like, oh, they should still be taller no matter what. If anything, a Terminator should be at like the same height as, like, I want to say a Primaris Marine now.
Yep.
And it's like if they were to make a Primaris Terminator, that motherfucker would be huge.
Yeah, correct. That's the biggest thing. So I think what happened with the again, it's the way that it is. For some reason my camera stopped working when because I had done the unboxing for each one of them, and the Terminator ones, whatever, the video got messed up, so I had to just go with it, right? I do think that I want to X out the unboxing other than one figure. So I'll show everybody what one figure in the packaging looks like, because I want to do these large reviews. So what I'll do is I'll do one, show them unpackage, unbox one figure, show them how everything is packaged, and then bam, then show them the box for the other, and immediately just show cut to the figure being out. So that's what I would like to do in the future. I think it was a good learning experience from doing a large amount of figures in that one particular review, and it actually worked out really well because of the differences, like you're saying, with the two Terminators, right? So you have the new edition Terminators, and then you have the older Terminators. And I actually was very surprised they're so much bigger. Like it's not just height; it's also shoulder length and torso, legs as well. Like a lot of the stuff, even head. The heads are smaller on the older ones, and the newer ones obviously they're bigger. So I don't know from a gaming perspective, how do you explain that, right? Because I thought even if you're a Primaris, their Terminators aren't supposed to be different, right? Like they should still be. They're just supposed to be towering over. Like they wouldn't. I don't think that they would make different Terminator armor, right? So that's the problem. The human figures.
Lore-wise, they couldn't, and
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. And if they did, it'd be a very big deal.
Yeah.
If anyone was making anything new, because the Mechanicus will lose their shit and they'll be like, "We need it now." Give it to us.
Exactly. Human figures don't quite scale as well to the Space Marines, but the Space Marines scale well to the Custodians and Primarch. Yeah, correct. If you look at like the Astra Militarum figures or the Sisters, the scale is now with the newer Terminators, they scale much better, right? My only problem is and as we're looking at 30K figures, the 130K figure that I have for the for a standard power armor is the Angels tiers, right? So I showed that one particular guy, and then I showed a Primaris, a intercessor of the Blood Angels with the jump pack, and technically the Horus figures are supposed to be smaller because they're firstborn, right? They're all firstborn. There was no Primaris 10,000 years ago in the lore. So the fact that they're the same scale, like from a headcanon perspective and from a Warhammer 40K fan, this has got to be driving people absolutely bonkers. I don't care because I just don't care. But for other people, like it's if you're very much, hey, the 30K figures are the firstborn, and the 40K generally are the Primaris, it's got to bug you because they're completely the same size figures, right? So what I've done, like I said, and I showed that the one figure, which is their very first release, the smallest of all the Space Marines, is the Blood Angels Intercessor, right? And what's funny is that's the second version of that figure that came out. Actually, let me grab him. And what's funny about him is he's actually really well put together figure. I actually wish that they would have stayed with this and not been all funky with the line, because this is a good figure. Like this is a really good figure. The proportions are correct. Again, you're just going to make the human figures a little bit smaller, right? This, if you want to say, like, this is what, 7 feet tall, and then you have the Terminators and you have the, everything else. They shouldn't have jumped up in size, because now this looks like this would literally look like me if I was in a Space Marine armor, right? And that's the problem. Like if you look at him compared to, well, actually, I don't know. If you're looking at, like, say for instance, Abaddon. So Abaddon is wearing Terminator armor, right? Now he's much bigger from a scaling perspective wise. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. The scale's all weird, dude. They got everything weird. So from my perspective with the figures, I'm not really worried about the scaling issues, right? I'm just going to collect and enjoy the figures, and I
just sent you 2 Discord images of scales for some of the armors, both in drawing scale as well as miniature scale. Another thing we also have to think of is when these were first created as miniatures, even firstborns, they looked really weird in proportions.
Yeah.
So, of course, Primaris, their whole big thing of why they made Primaris Marines is because they can fix scaling on things to make it look nicer, make the armor look cleaner here and there, blah, blah, blah. So, Terminator scaling, it's probably off because it's the more appropriate thing of what it should be due to what their constraints were back in the day. now they have more benefits, not so much.
Correct.
So that could be the whole scaling issue. I don't know, because they're probably just trying to keep it within lore accuracy, quote unquote.
Sure.
Who knows? But it's like, I get some people are very picky about it, some people aren't. And it's just like, if people are going to get picky about it, they have to understand those things. If you're going to go off of it lore-wise, cool. Look at the armors lore-wise, and also look at the miniatures. If you look at them, yeah, there's going to be weird scales, especially if you take the very oldest miniatures that came out back when they were doing metal and like OG resin. They look really tiny compared to newer like plastic made ones, because they have the technology to make them cleaner looking and stuff like that.
Correct. So I'm going to bring up on the screen. So here's a good example of like the miniature scaling, right? And when they brought in Primaris Marines, right? So for instance, you got the Blood Angel Crimson Paladins, right? Now, the core, right? These are only 30K figures, right? These are Horus Heresy figures or Horus Heresy models. They aren't current, like they're not in the 40K, right? I think
all the Terminators are 30K, yes. Then the two Primaris Marines all the way on the far left are the newest.
Okay, so this is a Primaris a heavy intercessor. What the hell is that? Is he's bigger? Is he just an extra large?
Intercessor is like the Graphis armor. So you know how when we play Space Marine, whenever I play as the big, heavy
that's right.
guy,
He was in the heavy armor. That's right.
He's got that like extra little boot armor that makes him taller.
So wow, this is crazy. So if you're looking at the Terminators from the 30K, like they are the same size technically as the Primaris standard intercessors. Blood Angels, Legion Praetor, and Tartarus Terminator armor.
Point.
Yeah, Sons of Horse, there's the Justarian Terminators. It's crazy, dude. It is very hard to wrap around your head regarding like the different sizes of the figures and the different sizes of them. Well, first the models, right? And then the figures. The models aren't as big of an issue, I feel like, because they're so small anyway. Like, and you're playing the board game. The figures are a different story because you really tell the difference, right? Like when I'm doing that review and you see the Terminators, the new ones, and you see the old Terminators, there's a very big difference that you notice between the two. So that's a problem if you're very much into the lore and you're into how everything, is supposed to be following, how everything's supposed to be looking is really the problem.
Comparison which takes two versions of 30K 30K Terminators and compares it to an Indomitus pattern, which is the current one that is in use. Granted, this is an older image, and the other thing is they don't draw them standing straight up. They draw them like this wide-legged like horse mounting stance.
Yeah.
Also makes them squat, and it's like a lot of the older Terminator models were also very like squat rounded with like their, or I guess, horse riding stance.
Yeah.
Even when they were bending their knees.
Now,
the newer Terminators have more straighter poses, so they've probably fixed that issue, and that's why they seem also taller than that too.
Yeah, they're more
able to stand straight up.
Stocky and bulky is what the older Terminators are. To be honest with you, dude, like the whole Primaris thing, and like I don't care. Like even the 30K figures, like I just don't care. Like the 30K figures, and even though they're the same size as the 40K figures, which are technically Primaris Marines, I just don't care. Like I just want good figures and a good storyline and good lore. They're never going to be able to do this whole little bit bigger thing or bigger with the Primaris. I don't know how they should have explained it in the game, but it should not have been something that they put into lore. But I'm completely ignoring it. Like I don't really care. Like all I want is good figures. And what has happened with JOYTOY over the time that they've had them is the figures have gotten they've gotten much better. So when you have the first releases of the figures compared to now, The figures are so like the 30K figures are amazing. Like that's why I'm so excited about opening all these Paladin Terminators because they just are amazing. Same thing with the Dreadnought, right? He's a clear improvement over the Furiosa, which came out previously, and I'll bring the Furiosa in to show you in the review. Actually, it's a good idea. I'll do that, and I'll show you the Furiosa and the stand and this version of it. But they've made better figures, and if they're making better figures, and they have to worry about this scaling thing, I'd rather just worry. I just worry about them making figures that make sense, right? That are good. Like all of these 30K Horus Heresy figures are freaking amazing. They look amazing, dude. And then on top of that, if you go back to the 30K figures, the 40K figures rather that I just reviewed, the Sanguinary Guard are really good figures. The new Terminators are awesome. Dante's great, and so are the Jump Pack squad of the Intercessors for the Blood Angels. All these figures are great. I'm very interested in seeing how good Sanguinius is going to be when he comes out. So hopefully he's as good as the other Primarchs. He's as good as Horus, and he's obviously going to be better than Ruvute Gilliman. I think the best Primarch that they've come out with so far is the Lion, and I still haven't even opened him up yet. But I've seen pictures of him, and I've heard people talk about him like he's hands down like the best version of the Primarchs. Russ probably is up there as well, right? I got Magnus. I think I showed you last week. I got Magnus in, and I'm just I'm waiting to open him up. I got to get some of his Thousand Sons. I'm gonna get 2 of the Terminator 30K ones to go along with him. But same thing with Dorn. I got Dorn. I have to open up him, but I got 2 of the 30K Terminators to go along with him. Because the Dorn version is 30K, right? There is no 40K version of Dorn because he's gone and he's missing a hand, right? as far as I know, correct? But I'm looking.
Just the amount of things that people are hoping for if Dorn returns. It's just like, let's give him this giant golden fucking fist.
Yeah, dude. So this is the other thing I wanted to show you was, so I got Russ, and then I have. Oh, let me go to a full screen. Hold on a second. All right. So I got the custom head of Russ from Cool Toys Club.
Pull the trigger on getting it.
Yeah, it's so good. I'm so happy that I got this head. It's like I ordered this, I guess like a week ago, and they just shot it out to me.
Oh, that's the Rust one.
What's up?
That's the Rust one, right? The helmet?
The Lehman Russ, yeah. Yep. I got one for Dorn. So when I open him up, I'll have his extra head. So this week will be, I'm trying to, man, Sanguinius is kind of throwing everything into a loop, but man, I'm really excited about opening up all these 30K figures, all the Blood Angel ones that I got. I'm really excited, dude. All these Terminators are so awesome. The Blood Angel.
The reason for that is because they made the figure off of disappearance, and I mean pre. Because I don't think he got that armor until afterwards when the Emperor died, quote unquote, or just lost his fight. Because I want to say that eagle armor was a thing that the Emperor bestowed onto him. I think that was the piece that he received.
I get it. Actually, Rick Dom Zeke, so they have, if you go to Cool Toys, actually I'll show you in a second here. Let's go to Cool Toys Club. They actually they made the extra armor for him. So you can actually pick it up. Let's go to custom pieces. Let's go to Dorn. Fine, look. Oh, it's out of stock. Shoot. So they made this actually. So they made the eagle winged armor that you're talking about. And this is what it looks like on him. I have the head too. I have the custom head. I just don't have the armor. I didn't buy the armor because at the time I didn't understand how important the extra armor pieces are to him, especially the shoulder pieces, right? So he comes with his head. He comes with The back, I guess that's the back piece, right? Yeah, I guess that's the back piece, and then he has the head and everything. So yeah, so he looks so look. I'm telling you, dude. I know somebody commented on that video that I did the really huge Blood Angel video, and they were like, I like them without the mask, and I'm just like, I don't know how I think you're bullshitting me, but like, look at how awesome he looks, dude. Like, look at this. He looks like
going up on the stream.
Oh shoot! Let me go back over. I went to full screen. Let me show you. Let me show you. Sorry. Look at how, dude. Look at how awesome Dorn looks. So these are all the custom pieces by Cool Toys Club. So Rick Domzik, look at this. So you got the extra head. You got the, I guess this is the back piece. This goes over his head, and then you got the two shoulder pieces. And then he looks like a completely different character. Look at how amazing that looks. That looks awesome. Looks awesome, dude. He looks so cool.
I love the shoulder back pieces. It looks like the fortress on top of.
It does, right?
Shoulders. Yeah. Really encompasses the whole. Oh, we are the fortress and the builders and defenders.
Dude, so cool like this.
Of the Iron Fists.
Yeah, dude, he looks so good. If you're a Dorn fan, yeah, yep, I agree. I got him, I got the figure of him, and then again, I'm sorry, like I don't care if you're a Primarch, you need a helm, right? Like you need a helm. Like look how awesome this looks. This looks amazing, dude.
I feel like it would be. I don't know, for some reason, like, for me, Dorn, like, I don't see him having, like, the whole winged eyebrow. I see him more of, like, having a... God, what was the helmet? I want to say it was, like, a full faceplate, but it being, like, maybe, like, an eagle, like, the head. Just because it's, like, he's the... I'm not saying he's pompous, but, like, he has, like, that status of, like, literal, like, an actual Marine in, like, real life.
Sure.
Or, what's his name? Something Lee. Like, he's always into, like, those war films and documentaries.
Oh, I get it. That's what you're saying.
Like him. Like, when I think of Dorn, I think of that guy. So, I'm just like, give him something that's like, yeah, it's like, the rest of his armor is all regal and, like, eagled up. But I feel like his helmet needs to have that more, like, stern, like, not beak, but just, like, a good looks to it.
I get it. More of a Roman, not so much like Gilliman, but more of a Roman look. But I don't care. Like the fact that he's wearing a helm is the best part about it. You know what I mean? I don't like the dude's walking around with like a fortress on, and his noggin is the one thing that's shown. Right now, Magnus is probably one of the only Primarchs that could say, okay, whatever, I have magical abilities, right? And I can protect my head. But the rest of them, like, dude, like, this just looks amazing. It looks so good. Unfortunately, Rick
You're going to find this funny, Wraith.
What's that?
So there's a bit of Space Wolves lore in, like, even just, like, armory bits that I absolutely hate. And it's in 30K, they had a very specific relic armor of Terminator set, where they chopped off the neck protection piece for them to have heavy flowing beards, and none of the Terminators wore helmets. So it very much was, here's this giant armor piece, and in the dead center is this unprotected face with beard.
Dude,
it's like,
I can't...
Fucking idiots.
Even in, like, if you go back to, like, medieval armor and stuff like that, like, they were completely covered, and they had no mobility. They didn't have any extra systems, obviously, in their armor. Why in the hell would we be 30,000 years or 38,000 years in our future, and they would have, like, these amazing armor, but dudes would walk around without their helmets? Like, it makes literally no sense at all. And it's worse because you have, like, projectiles now, which can kill you. Like, all it takes is just a glancing shot to your head, which, by the way, holds everything that you need. I don't get it.
You get hearts, double lungs, all this other stuff, but you don't get two heads.
I don't know. So here's
That helmet, the one next to the unmasked one, that's the one I would like the most.
Which one right here you're talking about?
One second. The live stream is.
Yeah, I just went back to the Cool Toys Club. So the one without.
Yes.
Oh, okay. This one actually.
The one without like the wings like spluned out. I like that a lot better.
I get it. Rick Dempsey. So I was reading a Reddit thread, and the reason people use to excuse why Power don't wear them is that they rely on the Iron Halo. But give me a break. I'm sorry, dude. Like, there's certain things that I can like weed away, but like magical, like I'm sorry, like just wear your helmet. Just wear your helmet. We're in outer space. We're breathing air. We need air. They're still somewhat humans. Okay, don't give me that. Like, I'm sorry. I also heard that space wolves don't wear them because they limit their senses. Okay, space wolves are space fighting. Okay, I can sort of like from a perspective of like I can kind of get it, but like even they would like I don't know, like I'm sorry, like after playing with simunitions in a scenario game. Simunitions is essentially regular rounds of ammunition, but in the round, it's just like it's just paint, right? But you still have gunpowder that goes off to shoot that paint out, so they still hit you really hard, and it's still gunpowder. If you got hit in the face or the eyeball with simunitions, you'd lose your eye. That's simunitions. Can you imagine a bolter the size that it is, like hitting or even grazing your noggin? I don't care about this Iron Halo thing. Like it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like he looks so terrible here. Okay? Granted, fine. You want to do this when you're talking with your brothers? Sure. But like him having a helmet, I will die on this hill. Okay? They should have their helmets. Everybody.
I mean, that's me for Space Wolves in general. It's like, as much as I love like the visible beards and everything and stuff like that, it's like, hey, you gotta still protect your head. And then, like, even then, I love some of the 30K designs that they have for some of their helmets, where it is very more Viking-esque, or the straight up, like, the Deathsworn, how they have the actual dog bone head, like, helmet. Those things look awesome. But it's just like, yeah, it's a lot of like the whole thing, because it's like, yes, I get it. Space Wolves use their given extra senses more than other Space Marines. They use their sense of smell. They actually use the acid spit that they are given, which I find the funniest thing, because like I still laugh at the idea, like, hey, Blood Angels are essentially space vampires, but they hardly ever use like that feature. Space Wolves, though, they will use their teeth and gouge the shit out of you.
Correct. Listen, it comes to their homeworld planet, but there's a lore reason, like it's inbred in them, right? But like for instance, what did I do? I bought I bought a couple of the guys to go with Russ, and I bought the extra helmet for Russ, which I showed you. The one I'm showing on the screen right now, even Abaddon, I accidentally broke off his hairpiece, but I don't like that the hair is coming out of the helmet. Like that means that there is a hole there to enable your hair to come out, unless this is fake hair. Like it's supposed to just.
It's like the plume, like what like Roman helmets would help.
I'm guessing it's just the plume, but like I didn't want to get the hair version of the helmet for Russ. And to Rick Domzeek's point, 100%, dude. I was never in combat. I've only played paintball and other like fake things. Okay, and I can understand the need for a helmet, because the second that someone's helmet or mask comes off when you're playing paintball, the game stops. Okay, and everybody stops, and everybody has to wait until the person puts on his helmet. I can imagine in Iraq with combat, if you don't have your helmet on, right? Then you come to like this, like 40K, and these guys' armor systems are insane, right? Like everything is like amazing, and they're not wearing their helmets. Like I would think that airborne diseases are like for Nurgle, for instance, right? Nurgle has all his diseases and everything. So I've listened to some books, some of the audio books, especially when the Raven Guard were like sneaking through trying to get to the to Nurgle's guys, and so when they were going through the caverns, like they were coming upon areas where they were filled with like poisonous gas. What the f, man? Like, can you imagine? Just by the way, I forgot to wear my helmet. What?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
There was a Cadian book. I forget what it was called. It was like right after the fall of Cadia, and it had to do on this other planet, and it actually had to be. It was Raven Guard and Cadian soldiers went down onto this planet, and they were trying to, I think, save something or whatever. And it ended up being that there was Nurgle fighting, and some of the Cadians were like, "I have to constantly change my filter out." Or some of them were suffering from sickness because they were stupid enough not to bring the gas mask attachment for their helmets.
Sure.
Suffered more. Or it was like, oh, a troop was like, well, I'm going to volunteer to be inside the Sentinel because fuck dealing with the goddamn smoke.
Yeah.
And that became a whole thing.
So yeah, like one of the really coolest things for me as getting into Warhammer now. I think this is now 4th or 5th year that I've been to Warhammer. Is the amount of stuff that's out there that I have no clue about, right? So, for instance, this dude, Valdor, came out and he was announced, and I was looking at him and I was like, why does he not have a helmet, right? Because that's the first thing that's going through my mind. I'm like, wait, what? And so I discounted him. Like, I didn't even realize that he's actually the same size as I think he's the same size as Magnus. He's definitely the same size as Lehman Russ. He's a larger figure. But I discounted him. And then I made the video, right? I made the short where it was him animated, and everybody was freaking out. They were like, "This looks so great! I love this character." And I was like, "Wait, what? He's a cool character?" So I got the audiobook, and I've been listening to Constantine Valdor, and he's cool as hell, right? I wish that he still had a helmet, but that's besides the point. But again, going back to like, it's so awesome that there's so much new stuff for me with Warhammer that I don't know. That a new character will come out, I'll make a video about him, I'll pass him by, and people will like, he's awesome as hell. I'll go back and listen to the book, and people are right. Like, I think that is one of the coolest things about Warhammer 40K that keeps me very interested and keeps me like wanting to make videos like this. I would say since Christmas, I've made a ton of videos and a ton of shorts. And I still have other stuff in the works to be making it. So I'm like, dude, there's an endless amount of stuff that I want to do. And this is the kind of stuff that keeps me going, right? Like I love the fact that Valdor is a character that I completely passed over. And people were like, he's so awesome. And I went back and I found out why he's awesome. Like, this is so cool. This is why I like Warhammer 40K. And especially coming into this new, like, it's so awesome. So so from that and
character stories, when they introduce side characters who like even some of the authors probably don't expect anyone to love. But it's just like this side character probably had a significant moment briefly with like a main character, and like people were drawn to him.
Yeah.
Like there's been a couple of small side characters in some of the Guardsmen's books who are like, oh, they're the most insignificant thing. They probably appear for probably like 2 chapters and die, but somehow their death impacted me to the point where like I cried, or I was like, I wish they lived, or like something. And then sometimes there's even that like one annoying character who you're like, I want them to die, and then the moment they die, you're like, yes.
Dude, I that's the other thing too, is I have all of my old Blood Angel figures, and I'm looking, I forgot, I have the Blood Angels Redemptor Dreadnought, I have the Furiosa Dreadnought, I have the Death Company, I have I have all of these figures that you guys are seeing on your screen. I think I have 2 of these aggressors because I wanted to get actually 3 of them to match up to the game battle sector where they have 3 in a pack that I showed you guys a while ago. But these are such cool, like now I'm sitting here going, shit. So I've decided not to change subjects, which I'm doing terribly here. But I got the measurements for my cosplay outfit. So I am going to stick with the Grey Knights one, even though I'm like so enthralled with all of the Blood Angel stuff that I'm opening up. Did you ask me about the claws, or was it somebody else?
I did. I was like, oh, is the power claws or anything like that able to go onto the newer Terminator?
I don't think so. And the reason why I say that when I grab one of the figures is because you'd have to take off the arm joints. So they're attached to the hand and to the claw. Yeah, no, you'd have to swap the whole arm. You'd have to swap the whole arm. I could try it and see. You'd have to swap.
I was
the whole
curious
arm.
because each of them come with like a separate hand of like just that. So I was curious if that was like an easy swap, pop on, pop off kind of.
No, yeah, you'd have to pull. Again, the arms are easy to pop off. You just have to heat them up, and then you have to do it. The problem is the claws they're holding them, and they're one sculpt piece on the figure, so they're not going to come off, unfortunately.
That's also my biggest gripe with that pattern of power claw is I hate that the power claw is integrated into the fist part.
Yeah.
And you have no hand movement.
Correct.
Which is why I love some of the 30K, as well as I think what was the other one that has it? Carcharodons, I believe, have a top hand power claw where they can still use the fingers. So like they can grab someone and stab another person, kind of thing.
Correct.
It's just like if you don't have mobility of your fingers and all you can do is stab, you're kind of fucked.
Yeah, I mean here, so they're showing them holding. That's the one thing that's nice about these. They're actually holding the claws, but they're still sculpted as one piece. To go to Rick Domzique, yes, I agree, dude. Listen, I catch myself sometimes when people ask me about Warhammer 40K because I'm like, shit. I'm like, I'm gonna sit here and talk to you for an hour, and I've only just.
What's 40K? Much time you got?
Well, somebody asked me when I went into the office. They asked me about like, can you explain? And I was like, oh, I don't want to explain because I'm gonna scare you away. Like, I'm not gonna shut up. And I completely understand like what you're saying. By the way, this figure's banner, the one I'm showing you on the screen right now, the banner is humongous. It's definitely the best banner that they've come out with for any of the JOYTOY figures that at least I've got. They have the one for the
4 banners now of like Blood Angels.
So there's 2. No, I think I have 3. I have 2 of the Sanguinary Guard, and then I have this one. But then I bought 2 of the bannermen for the Grey Knights, so I have 2 banners of the Grey Knights. And then the sisters have a banner of swords. So I have that. So I have like I guess 5 banners. So, but yeah, so this one actually is sold out, this figure, on all of the websites because of the banner. Obviously,
I'm not surprised. A lot of the ancients for like the miniature scale also, those sell out like crazy. Like, was it one of the only ways to get a Terminator with a banner right now? I don't even know if it's still available. It's this like $110 for 10 Terminators.
Wow.
Now, granted, these 10 Terminators were previously sold as mystery mini boxes that you could buy and you can randomly get one of them. And the Bannerman was a 2 in a box. So you could have a chance of getting 2 of him inside that case if you bought it.
Oh,
they were like $15 a piece back then. Wow. Now they're selling all 10 of them for $110, and that's the only way you can now get this very hard to find Terminator with a banner. And in the game standard for like the tabletop, they're pretty useful because of the banner effect.
Interesting. I think what was he saying? I remember, but if you look at a picture of Tiberius, I think his power claws can pull back on top of his gauntlets. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to look. I have I have Cadians too. I love it and hate it. But damn thing is
Tiberius, that's the guy from the Carcharodons.
So, yes. So
his
good.
Unique and super fucking cool.
I wonder if they're going to come out with the Carcharodons. I mean, they're coming out with so many goddamn figures.
It'd be nice, but that would be a lot of paint decal, which would probably cost more for them. And then especially if they do him, who is the chapter master, they would have to upscale his Terminator armor because he is very similar. He is of like almost Primarch size. He's not a Primarch, but they had to. He's probably the only one who they had to make custom armor to, or they had to. I think it was a combination of Terminator, and what was the other one? Centurion, I think armor. I think is what it was. Just for him to be able to fit inside of his Terminator armor.
Oh wow.
Quote unquote. And it was like a very special, like one-time thing for him because of his size.
Wow.
But then his power claws, they have this retractable, like spring-loaded top one that also heats up. But then on his grippers, when he grabs you, extend out chainsaw blades, so he cuts you up as he can like stab you.
Oh
and
wow.
he pulls you in with those top retractable blades too. So his power claws are awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I look. What was it? I think the new chaos. There's one particular guy who has a bunch of He has the claws. He has normal hands also. So what Rick Domzik is saying here. I have a Cadian Bannerman. I love it and hate it. Damn thing, structural reinforcements. Yeah, correct. So here's what I did, and I was gonna grab one, but I don't want to knock everything over. For the Grey Knights, and it's the same way for the Cadian banner. What I wound up doing is I actually created a piece to hold the banners because A, I don't want the guys walking around holding banners, and B, it can't stand up by itself. So I wound up buying it's from Home Depot. Or not. I bought these magnetic clasps is the easiest way of saying it. And so what it does is it clasps onto the banner, and then you slide it down into the portion of it, and then because it has a magnet on it, it has enough weight to hold it in place so it doesn't fall over, right? And so that's what I've used for my banners. I got to pick up a bunch more. I wonder if it's going to be big enough, or I need a bigger one for the Blood Angels one, for the Blood Angels banner. But I've used it with the Grey Knights and also the Sisters one. So I gotta try it. I'm sure that it's gonna work with the Sanguinary Guard banners, right? These are even lighter than the Grey Knights one. So I'm sure that my way of doing it is gonna work. But I'll show you when I do the Grey Knights review, Rick Dumsey, what I'm doing. Or I'm probably gonna do it to this one pretty soon. Both of these, because I have two of these, and they're kind of just sitting here waiting for me to do something with. Oh, by the way, when I went to Legion's Con, here's the other thing I bought. So I bought two of these, which are pretty cool. And they're just obviously the golden shot glasses or the bullet shot glasses didn't come with it, but this is actually really cool. I love using these for like lighting effects when I'm doing like any kind of photos or anything. These are really cool. I forgot the gentleman I bought them from. I'll remember it later. But
you said that connects to a shot glass?
Yeah, so on the bottom. So for instance, so what happens is these have the circular C22 batteries, right, to power it up. The problem is it can't go inside of the body; it just hangs here. Now he made a groove on the bottom of it, but it's going to show off, right? Like you're gonna see this stupid thing hanging here. So what I did was I had these golden shot glasses, which look like they're supposed to be bullet casings. And so all I did was just put it in here, and it fits perfectly, and the piece drops into the shot glass. So it works out great. It doesn't even look like it's not part of the piece. So it's pretty cool. So going back to what I was saying regarding the Blood Angels, which is why I have them up here, is I have all of these. Let me see. So I have the Praetor with the Paragon Blade on pre-order. I got my one Angels. I only got one of the Angels tier squad. I gotta see if I bought any of the Dawn Court cohorts. I think I bought one, but I don't know. I didn't like their look, to be honest with you. I definitely bought Raldorn.
Red, the tint.
No, it's they have these huge they have these huge fan engines. I don't know why. Because when you go to the Angels Terror Squad, these dudes have these massive jump packs on. So I guess it's because the other ones are supposed to be like these jump packs are massive. When I did the review, he has like a jet engine attached to his back. Let me show you. Here it is. Perfect example. Look at the size of that thing. It's humongous. It's huge.
It's kind of a downside that the jump pack guys don't come with the option of a normal backpack if you don't want to display them with a jump pack.
Yeah, no, they don't come with a regular power pack. So that's why I think I passed on these. I think I'm gonna wait for these. I think I was gonna wait because I didn't think that the color scheme was that great, like the design of the characters. So I was gonna wait till they come on. Oh wow, okay, I didn't look at the back of them. Holy crap, they're humongous engines actually. Okay, so they actually are huge. But I think I passed on these. I have to pick up one of them. But I was gonna wait for them to go.
Red color match up with the newer Terminators that you got, or do they match up more with the older ones?
So
or is it a whole different red in general?
Whole different red. So all of these 30K figures have more of an orange. I say it in the video. It's more of like a pumpkin red on all of their armor, right? So for instance, everything from the Angel Tears to all of the Paladins, all of these are more of an orange type red. You can really see it on the Contemptor Dreadnought. It looks more like a pumpkin red than anything. And I guess it's supposed to be closer to the gold. But if you look at Sanguinius, he doesn't really have any red on him. Everything is gold. He has blood red on his on his chest and on his pauldrons. But he doesn't have really standard red anywhere else. So, it's very interesting. I'm super psyched that he's coming with the 2 swords. I know he's coming with his spear, but like I love the tool wielding. I think this is definitely going to be. I think he's going to give Lion a run for his money on who's the best Primarch figure that's come out. And the other thing that I'm super happy was that is I bought the extra helm, so I'm going to get the extra helm with him. So I'm going to immediately take off his head.
Scales and like what he comes with. He like Sanguinius to me like outshines a lot of the other Primarchs.
Yeah, like I said, again, the only Primarch who can compete with him with what he's coming with is the Lion. The Lion came with like 3 or 4 heads. He came with his shield, his sword in a sheath. He came with like all of his like little dudes like carrying his sword. Like the Lion came with a whole bunch of stuff. And it actually fits really well with him. Sanguinius counters because he's coming with these massive, massive wings that are also articulated because you can see that there's 3 different versions of the feathers. Look really good. I'll say this, man. JOYTOY has gotten so much better with their paint apps in the past. Like since they come out with this 30K line, like they are just like they're kicking ass. Like I know that there are a lot of G.I. Joe Classifieds have come out, but like, dude, G.I. Joe Classified is nothing on JOYTOY's Warhammer. Dude, they've come out with so many goddamn figures in the past 2 years. I have a huge
scuffs out of your wings that you got.
What's up?
Were you able to get the paint scuffs out of the wings that you got?
Yeah. All I had to do was take a little bit of what did I use? Not Windex, because Windex didn't work. You need something a little bit harder or more abrasive to pull it off. But it didn't affect the paint. None of the paint came off on the wings. So it's just a little like smudge. I guess somebody had some grease on their hands or something. And then the other thing is the figure. Where is he? By the way, what is the correct pronunciation of? Is it Mephistion?
Mephiston.
Mephiston.
It's one of those things of if you speak British, you say it one way, then if you speak English, you say it a different way. Because I've had like 2 Blood Angel players at my Games Workshop store, where it's like one guy is from the UK, Mephiston. He's like, how he says it, and the other guy's like Mephiston.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you want to say it one way, go ahead.
So he actually had the diesel smell, and it's because of his quote unquote soft good that he came with. The original JOYTOY figures, especially the Black Legion figures, all smelled like diesel when they pulled them out of the package, and it was because of the type of plastic they were using, and especially the soft good plastic. Over time, that smells goes away because it was in a package sitting there, but over time it goes away. I would say he's probably about 50% done with the smell. But he was
I want
a
to say my disappointment with him was he didn't come with the alternate hand that the miniature does, where it's like he's the most vampiric of the miniatures,
oh, is
because
he?
one of his hand models is literally him wiping blood or drinking it off of his hand, however you interpret it, and there's blood drops that are coming off of his fingers from the glove. So like I was really hoping that was going to be an optional hand piece, and it's not. So I'm kind of sad on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't. To be honest with you, I've read nothing about Mephistian. So,
Crazy like psyker. I
yeah.
believe he's one of the few that have. I want to say he went through the Black Rage and was able to come back out of it.
Oh, wow.
And there have been very, very few people who have been able to do that.
Wow.
One of them is one of the chaplains, which I'm surprised they haven't done him yet. I'm blanking on the chaplain's name, but he was also another character who was very indominant, where he broke out of the Black Rage, and then he's also the chaplain leader for the Death Company, I believe he is, if I'm remembering lore correctly. And he is essentially like, oh, I am going to watch over all uh, brothers, and if any of them really fuck up, it's up to me to end them or bring them back into another chapter if they can come back from it.
Interesting. One of the things I'm seeing here too is a lot of the older figures have all sold out, except for we got the Redemptor sold out, Death Company sold out, Furious is still available. This and the for the Adepta Sororitas, all of the second or the breakouts really sold out. I mean the Argent Shroud one, which is the silver armor, and then the Bloody Rose sold out pretty quickly.
It's Dark Angels.
What's up?
No, I was answering this question. He was saying, was it Azrael? And I was like, no, that's Dark Angels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have
the
him
only
too,
guy
by
with
the way.
a bulk up fucking bolter.
He's got a what?
He's got a bulk up bolter. It's the most ridiculous thing.
I have his figure still. I'm waiting to open up him with. I have two of the Terminators with the Lion. So I have so many figures to open. That's why I'm saying, like, that video that I did was important, because at least now I understand the structure of what I want to do moving forward with like all of these collection reviews. So, yeah, a lot of these sold out. I'm super excited about opening these Paladins. I'm super excited, and I want, again, I'm waiting so I can do it on tape so you guys can see my joy. Like, these guys look so cool. I am such a mark for dudes with shields and swords or dual wielding, and so the fact that
Any
all
of
of these guys,
top missiles.
Any of them what?
The top missiles for what was it? Terminators. They have the option to bring in like the top missile loader thing.
Oh yeah, no. All of these guys are. There's one who has this one with I guess this is autocannon, assault cannon. So all the rest of them either come with the shield. None of them come with the missile option though. Yeah, all of them come with the
giving my assault cannon, like the chain gun guy, the missile launcher, so he can absolutely shred shit on the tabletop.
Oh wow. Yeah, dude, these guys. I'm so excited about opening these figures up. I don't know why this is taking so long to load the website for JOYTOY. Sometimes sucks, but yeah, I'm super excited about that. Let's go over to Cool Toys Club. So the other thing that I want to talk about is this, which is coming out. It's on the way. So they're being shipped right now, and mine is coming soon. So these are the Space Marine 2 figures based upon the game, obviously. He's one of the guys with the... Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got Azrael. I got to open him up, too. But one of the things that people are saying is that these guys are even bigger than the newer guys. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm really hoping that's not the case. Like, I'm hoping that we haven't gotten... Now we're getting a fourth scale of the... These guys are in power armor. This is not even Terminator armor. Don't tell me that they're bigger than the brand new Terminators that came out. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope not.
If they upscale them over Terminators, then the scale is definitely out of whack.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, that they did not do that. It doesn't seem like it, because when you look at the parts on the figure, I don't see like new parts on them. Right, the chest plates maybe, but the legs look very standardized. I mean, the thighs have some more stuff, have some more sculpting on there. It looks like, but they don't look like they're much bigger. I think there's a picture of him hitting one of the Tyranids warriors. I'll have to go back to it. But that's one of the things.
Grim, that's the guy's name.
Was it?
Astaroth the Grim is a High Chaplain of the Blood Angels. He's like Dante's like opposite, whereas Dante's all golden and everything. Astaroth is like the very vampiric, like dark emo looking Blood Angel guy. But he's the dude. He's got like this pretty cool fucking battle axe also.
So look, so here is Titus, right? I don't.
Yep. See, he comes with the jump pack and the normal backpack.
I was going to say that he goes with the jump pack and the power pack, and he comes with his helmet, and he comes with an unhelmeted head. So, yep. T3 got him for you, Tom. So here's why I'm saying this. This jump pack is identical to the Intercessor's Blood Angel jump packs. I believe that this is going to be the same scale. I don't think this is going to be out of scale. I don't think that JOYTOY would have sculpted a brand new power jump pack for these figures. I could be mistaken, but I don't.
These are named characters from a video game. We gotta make them bigger. Like, no, please don't fucking.
No, I don't think that they. Yeah, I don't think that they would have had to. Like, this is all new sculpting. This gun here, this is a first release gun, so I don't think they resculpt the gun. Same thing with the chainsword. It looks very standard. Same thing with the bolter pistol.
Or a bolter.
Yeah, it's a bolt pistol. So he comes with a bolt pistol, and he comes with looks like a box mag on the bottom of his bolter. So
the auto bolter.
Yeah. So he looks really good, and he even comes with the extra pieces for the legs. Man, they really like knocked it out of the park with this release of Titus. I mean, they kind of have to because he's Titus, right? And everybody knows of Titus commercially. But these pieces, like these two back pieces for the back of the legs, those are jump pack. They're on the jump pack intercessors for the Blood Angels that I just reviewed. So the fact that he comes,
they should do that with the generic jump pack troopers, because it's like they're the perfect army builder, I want to say.
Yep.
Whereas like if you buy those, but it's just like, let's say the generic foot trooper is completely sold out. The only other troopers that sell are the jump packs. Let me buy this guy and just not give him the jump pack and have him with the standard gear. Boom. You would make so much more money if they...
Yeah. The only difference here is between him and the jump pack intercessors is the big thing is he comes with a standard power pack. Jump pack intercessors do not for Blood Angels. They don't come with the extra piece to put on the back of their boots. I wonder if this... I'll have to mess around with the intercessors after this. But they come with this. They come with the jump pack. They don't come with the extra head that the captain does. And they come with all the rest of the same things here. The big thing is the extra power pack. The only thing that the intercessors come with that Titus doesn't come with is the flight stand. So he doesn't have a flight stand, but I mean, you don't really need a flight stand with Titus, to be honest with you. I mean, if you want to have him...
Don't give you the flight stand because most people aren't going to portray him as on it.
Very
few people would, and I'm assuming they'll probably just sub in like a different stand from some other.
Correct. That's what I'm thinking too. And if you look at him, is this Charion? Yeah, this is Charion. If you look at what he comes with, I think they all come with the same thing. I think they all come with the same setup. Here it is. Yeah, they do. This Charion, he comes with his helmet, his jump pack, his extra power pack, and then he comes with the bolter with the... It's so weird that they have this on guns, like when the guys are wearing their helmets and everything, but they need to make Titus in his Deathwatch armor. Yes, I definitely think that's going to be coming. They're gonna milk every single figure out of the Space Marines, absolutely. They'd be stupid not to. The only thing that makes me kind of weird is in so many years...
do him in Deathwatch armor until they actually start touching on Deathwatch figures.
Yeah.
Because then that would be more of an upsell of, get Titus in his Deathwatch armor, but also get a couple of other Deathwatch characters.
Yep.
And then they could do what Games Workshop did previously with the Deathwatch Captain, where he came with a bunch of pauldrons, and you can just swap that pauldron on, and you can make that dude whatever chapter you want for your Deathwatch squad.
The only thing that so now Rick Zeke, you can kind of comment on this because you're in the military. Maybe not, because I don't think that you dealt with this, but when you're playing paintball, trying to use a scope with the paintball goggles on is like nearly impossible, dude. Like I had to actually buy. I actually bought fudge. I forget the name of the company, but I bought like a ballistic mask and helmet to be able to use a scope. It was like $500. I bought it, but it was like the islands were rated to like shotgun, to shotgun spread, and the rest of the helmet was like rated to I think like 22 caliber. So, but yeah, like trying to shoot through a scope with a mask on is like absolutely insane. Maybe because their lenses are a little bit pushed in back, but like it's hard as hell trying to get a scope up to your lens to try to look through it. After looking at some, what's up, Jager? After looking at so many, I'm wondering if JOYTOY will start remaking or remodeling older figures with added accessories. I plan to get Lord Gilliman first, and hopefully, yeah. To point on to this, to what, by the way, what's going on, Jaeger? If you look at Gilliman, right, he's actually really small. Like when you compare him next to like, I don't like now. Granted, Horus is wearing like Terminator armor, but like Horus, let me grab Horus. Hold on, put this Terminator back. Full. If you compare like Horus and Gilliman, holy balls! Horus totally towers over him. Now, I guess that makes sense because there's an animated thing that I just did. I don't know if you're getting that in the screen, but like Horus is so much bigger. And granted, I know that I think Gilliman's just wearing regular like Primarch power armor, but like holy crap, dude, he's like so much bigger. Is that correct?
Gilliman is essentially wearing basic power armor.
Yes, that's what I figured.
A Primarch, and then Horus is wearing Terminator pattern.
That's what I figured. Yeah.
I believe even in general, out of the armor, I think Horus is taller, and I want to say that's probably because he had. If I want to say not only because he was the first Legion or whatever, because of just when he was fat. I want to say Horus was technically one of the first sons born, so he had a more higher dominance of gene pool to essentially he had the more dominant genes that made him closer to his father. So that made sense of why he was taller than the other brothers, because obviously dad is fucking tall.
Yeah.
He's gonna have that.
Sure. And here's the guy who's so Vulcan is the largest Primarch out of all of them, right? He's physically the biggest one. From what I understand, Vulcan is the largest Primarch of all of them. So I think Magnus is second. Believe it or not.
Well, are we talking pre-Horus?
Pre-Horus, yeah, before they turned traitor. So got all the standard normal, like quote unquote human versions of them. But Vulcan, I think Vulcan is the biggest. I remember watching or reading something with scale charts and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so these figures, these should come out. I should probably get them at about the same time as I get Sanguinius. So what I'm planning on doing with these ones is do a review on them and then also show Gilliman and the Vitrix guards, which I have, right? Because I haven't done a review on them. So I'm just going to bunch them all together and just get them all done. So but these will be interesting.
Magnus can appear to be 10 to 12 feet tall in his normal form, but can grow to be 18 to 20 feet tall when enhanced. Dorn is about 10 feet tall. Horus is about 9 and 11 feet tall.
Yeah, dude.
And then Vulcan is between 10 and 11 feet tall.
Dude, I got Magnus. By the way, I know it's a little shiny because I haven't pulled the plastic off it, but his box is as big as Horus box. It's as big as Horus's box. So he's a towering dude. And so I got him off of the TikTok of JOYTOY. So JOYTOY, I would assume they might even be doing it now. They do nightly TikToks, and then they have flash sales when they're doing their TikToks. So their TikTok stream, whatever. So I got Magnus for $75. Normally he's like 125 with free shipping. And their representative is from the U.S. When they're doing it, it's just for the United States, that TikTok. So they have a shipper who already has the stock in America. So I ordered him, and like 3 days later, I got him. So if you want, you're not going to get all of them, right? It's a lot of the, it's a crapshoot, to be honest with you, with what they have and what you're going to get. But I would definitely follow JOYTOY's TikTok, and jump on there, especially Rick Dumsey, if you're looking for some of the older figures, not super old, but like not the ones that are just coming out right now, because you're going to get like great deals on them. So now, did you buy Rush yet, T3?
I'm just waiting on him to come in because what is it? The snow that we've had recently.
Yep.
A lot of packages have been very much delayed.
Yeah. Especially coming from the West Coast. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, these look really cool. Like I said, I'm very excited about getting them when they come in, and I'll do a quick video. Well, I'll do a video review on these and the rest of my Space Marines, which I don't have a lot of. So, what's up, Kaiju? Dude, so have you played Kaiju? Have you? What is your favorite Loyalist chapter? I guess that's a good question, right? That's a good starting question for somebody who says that they like Warhammer. I want to see how much you know, and see if I can influence you to like the Grey Knights. Jaeger, a lot of controversy with the sizes, but I'm with the author that placed the height up to 18. Wow, shit. If Primaris is 9 to 10 feet, then there's no way. There's no way a Primaris is only around 10 feet. They're too big for that. Yeah. I think.
I'm probably taller. I'm assuming that the bit of stuff that I just grabbed was from before a lot of the height changes because Primarisifications.
Yep.
And also like during heresy stuff is what I'm assuming those heights that I just grabbed.
Yeah. Valdor's an interesting one because he's supposed to be as big as Russ, right? And he's one of the first. He was the custodian. He was it was him, Malkador, and the Emperor were the three essentially, right back before, right when the Imperium was being created. So he was the warrior, then the Emperor, then Malkador was obviously
one of the first like Space Marine quote unquote trials, or obviously turned into just the custodians, because of he was around during the Thunder Warriors, which were the very first.
Correct.
And he was also part of the whole killing squad.
Yeah, so he wiped out the Thunder Warriors. Correct. That was that's where I'm getting in the audiobook of Constantine Valdor. So I haven't gotten to I think I'm about a quarter of the way through it. But yeah, I agree. Like I said, the biggest thing, Jaeger, for me with these figures, for JOYTOY, especially just getting into Warhammer a couple of years ago, is I don't really care, to be honest with you. Like the scale, like if we're talking, if they, like these figures that are coming out for the Space Marine 2 figures, right? If these were the same size as like the McFarlane figures, yes, I'd have a huge problem with that. But if they're somewhat close, right, I don't really care. And I have, if you look at my video, I have like a ton of the the first release intercessors of the Blood Angels right? And like, I actually think this is an awesome figure. This is such. I actually kind of wish they would have stayed with this scale. But like, this is such a good figure. Such a good. What's up, Trevor? But such a good figure. Like I think this is the second version of this buck, which fixed some of the issues. But like, I don't care, to be honest with you. Like, they're still smaller. I came from where I was collecting the classified, G.I. Joe classified, and like Mythic Legions and stuff like that. And we're getting into the 6-inch and upscale. And they're, for me, like, I wouldn't be able to have like the setup where I have all my figures out, right? I was starting to get crunched with space. So this is perfect for me. If these were scaled way too big, then I would have a problem. But I believe, and doing a little bit of research just from the pictures here, some of the people online were saying that the scale is a little bit out of whack. But looking at the jump packs that they have here, these are the same jump packs that they just came out with, the jump pack intercessors for the Blood Angels. So, toy-wise, I get that. I can see the reason being too heavy or flimsy. Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm just glad JOYTOY has a sense of like decent scale.
Mhm.
Because like for me, that was my biggest issue with McFarlane.
Yeah.
Is I liked their scale of like what they did for in terms of detail for like the Space Marines and stuff. But then when they dropped like the Imperial Guard, I'm like, why the fuck is the Imperial Guard just at the same size as the Primaris?
Yeah, I agree. The McFarlane figures are good for showing off being a fan, yes. But as far as the scale, they're not the best option. This statement is biased as I've been McFarlane toy fans. Listen, I like the McFarlane toys from a long time ago. I think that McFarlane has a problem with pure human figures, but I just don't like their Warhammer figures at all. I don't. When I was looking at Warhammer, I had a choice. I actually picked up 2 Chaos figures. I picked up the first Chaos figure from McFarlane, and I picked up 1 Chaos figure from JOYTOY, and I got them at the same time. And it was no contest. Like, it was no contest. Granted, I know that they're literally the same price, and it's a larger scale compared to more paint ops, better articulation. But like, I don't know. Like, for me, it was there was no chance that I was going to go in on the McFarlane. And I feel like 1000% I made the right choice, because McFarlane figures are kind of struggling to get releases out, where I literally would have no wife if I tried to buy all the JOYTOY figures that came out. Like, because I would have no room. Like, I sold half of my collection to get rid of stuff. So at least I'm able to cherry pick. But JOYTOY has come out with so many figures. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, like you were saying, the McFarlane figures, they are what they are. Did they come out? I think they're coming out with Space Marine 2 figures too, right? I think there's a Titus coming out.
I believe they already released him. They released like 2 or 3 different variants. One which was painted, one that was not painted. And I think a special painted one that came with like an exclusive head or something.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, you're right. So this is an artist proof version. And what does he come with?
I think it's a specific head, or yeah. It's the Thunder Hammer.
Yeah, he comes with a Thunder Hammer. Let me look back, because I want to see if no. Yeah, I'll have to. Is this it? No, this is the JOYTOY figure. No.
So it's like, oh yeah, cool. He comes with like the loincloth, like cloth fabric piece, which is nice. But then like when, oh god, after what was it? The Tithe episode dropped for like the Guardsmen.
Yep.
When he released the Commissar, oh my god, that cloth, so bad.
Oh really? I didn't even. I haven't really followed much with the McFarlane figures, so here he is right here, and I can't get a closer up picture. But yeah,
like, I got the Terminator. He's got shit all for any type of articulation. So I look at a Joy.
Yeah, that sucks.
So much more articulation. So that's
yeah.
great.
Again, with the McFarlane figures, They look kind of funny. The Titus one though. Oh no. What's got me with the Titus figure from McFarlane is this the standard release? Because all he's got is a bolter pistol and a thunder hammer.
Yeah, that's standard release.
His face looks terrible. Holy
yeah, a lot of people have made alternate sculpts for the unmasked.
You have to. It looks terrible. Oh my god, I would never take his helmet off. Well, I wouldn't take it off anyway, but yeah. Like that looks terrible. That looks really bad. Yeah, I made the right decision not going with the McFarlane figure, especially because it was right at the time when Dark Tide was coming out, and they actually had a large section of right. those figures which has come out. So I want to check out something here. This is Merch Hammer. So this is officially Warhammer's store, right, that they sell, and this is where I bought my Horus Heresy figures from. What's interesting about this is they only sell Horus Heresy figures. They won't sell standard figures. So, like for instance, like Dante and the Sanguinary Guard figures, they don't sell them here, but they're selling the Knight. So these I bought. I have 2 of these on pre-order, and so they're actually selling him here. Normally, what they do here is on the Primarchs, or even Valdor, they're doing it. Like on the Primarch scale, the larger scale, they'll give you a T-shirt exclusive to this figure, which they make their own T-shirts, obviously, on this site. The only problem with this is, like, and I was looking at Valdor, right? If you go to JOYTOY or Cool Toys Club, it's about $125 for him, and free shipping. With here, you have to pay for the shipping, but you get a free T-shirt. I guess the T-shirt's about $35 retail, but you're still losing out on about $15. I don't care per se. Like if I really liked the T-shirt, like for instance, let me think of a character. If they came out with like a new Grey Knight body for Caldor of Dragor, and they came out with a shirt on this site, 1,000% I would have bought it. Sanguinius.
I was gonna say, that's instant buy.
Yeah, Sanguinius, even though it's sold out, I wasn't too. I don't know. I wasn't too. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the shirt that they have to pay that much more money. Right. So, dude, that's as a fan, I don't regret my McFarlane purchases, but I absolutely do not compare to the quality of. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so this is the merch site officially by Warhammer.
It's kind of dull compared to the other designs.
Yeah, like the T-shirt I have on, I designed myself, and like my T-shirt in my mind is better than this T-shirt. The only problem with these T-shirts is obviously it's tampoed on, so you have it. It's just you gotta be careful with washing it. So, but yeah, it's actually very interesting that they have all of these figures here on their site, and they have T-shirts for them, but they don't have any of the standard figures. Oh yeah, because
also, where are you gonna pose those knights behind you?
Oh, the knights are gonna go on the bottom. I have an area all ready for them. Believe me, I have an area all ready for them. I'd say this: if you're casual, not committal 4K fan, like so correct. So what I'll say, Rick Domzik, believe it or not, I'm pretty sure I have way more McFarlane 40K figures than you, and so I want to make sure that you guys understand. I'm not saying don't buy the McFarlane 40K figures. I'm saying they're from my perspective of if I have a choice, I'm always going to pick the JOYTOY figures. I bought, I think, 40 of the McFarlane Gene Stealer Tyranid figures. Now, granted, I bought them, I think they were like $5 a piece or $3 a piece 2 years ago on McFarlane's Black Friday sale. So I bought I think I bought like 40 of them. But I bought a whole bunch.
Even at the Warhammer stores, they were on sale, which is funny because like Warhammer on sale.
Yeah, correct.
But the Warhammer McFarlane Gene Stealers, oh yeah, those wick.
Yeah,
and those they
were
sold out like
actually
crazy.
those are really good figures. And like I said, I bought a ton of them because um I was really into the battle sector game and Blood Angels and the Tyranids and the whole thing with the Leviathan. And so I bought a whole bunch of them. And those are good figures. I like those figures. Damn, I fortunate thought that was a lot. Dude, I have, dude. And the crazy thing is, just like everything else, majorly, I haven't opened them all up yet. I plan to do, once I get Sanguinius and I get all of my Blood Angels, I'm going to open up the Tyranids and I'm going to do a huge diorama video with all of the Tyranids and all of the Blood Angels. And I have a backdrop, which is like, it looks like a planet of ball. So I'm going to do like a quick, not quick, but I'm going to do a video with like a diorama of all those figures. I'm even going to throw in Sanguinius because it's going to be the return of Sanguinius. So, but yeah, I got 2 of these nights coming, and if this is your first time on this stream, I'm going to do one of them. I still got to find them, but I want to find a painter to paint one of these up to look like Canis Rex because I'm going to stick him with my granites, and then I'll have just a standard. What's that?
3-star draw mentioned it in the other stream. Did you happen to read his message or reach out?
I saw his message. I'm going to reach out to that guy. Yeah. I've jumped in. I joined the Facebook group of the Imperial Knights for Warhammer 40K, and
I'm not
so
surprised someone hasn't created a group for painting those things yet.
yeah, nobody has yet. Nobody has yet.
Oh, they haven't. Oh, I thought they would have.
No, just a standard regular Imperial Knights because I wanted to go in there and I wanted to find somebody who's doing a lot of painting and ask them if they'd be interested in doing this custom job for me because I really want to do this. So yeah, so I got
I
2
would
of
say
these
if you
coming.
find them, make sure that if you can reroute one of them to be shipped, it would just be like, hey, to save yourself on that extra
Oh
additional
yeah,
shipping.
100%.
Ship directly to them.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to find somebody within probably by the end of February who would do it, so I can just change the shipping on it. So, but yeah, so not that I'm saying don't order from Merchhammer, but your best bet for Warhammer figures is going to be anything that hasn't come out already for pre-purchase is going to be Cool Toys Club. I prefer, or you can order from the direct from JOYTOY. Cool Toys Club, I feel like they are literally next door or in the same building because I always get their stuff the same time. They're a tiny bit cheaper. They both offer free shipping. The only problem with JOYTOY that I've had was I had a customs issue where a couple of my orders were stuck in limbo forever. So I just jumped back to Cool Toys Club, which I've ordered from the beginning for. Anything that isn't coming out right away, look first at Amazon because Amazon will have that stock in the States. You'll get the free shipping, obviously, if you have Prime, but you'll get that stuff way faster than you would if you ordered from Cool Toys Club and JOYTOY for stuff that's already out. So first, always look at Amazon for anything that you're looking to pick up. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to cover tonight. I'm super pumped about opening up these paladins. Like
Those Blood Angel Primaris guys that keep popping up on the home screen look really cool.
Yeah, like dude, oh god, I cannot wait to open up these figures. I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'll open them up, and then what you guys can see over to the next to my banner, I have a whole glass display with all of my Grey Knights. And I actually posted. I don't know if you saw, but I posted a picture of what I'm looking at from while I'm doing creating content or streaming, because I didn't want to just have like I always had these shelves and stuff up, but I fixed it up this last month actually to have like more of like something cool to look at while I'm doing all this shit. So that's why I took the it's on Instagram now. It's a picture of how I align my displays because I have 3 of them with the ceiling and the wall, so they're like angled down at me, and then I have lights shining on them, and then I have the bookends as a servitor, right? Which looks awesome because when you pull it apart, it looks like a servitor would look like on the inside. And then I have the one special edition of Knight of Gray or Garrow Knight of Grey, and then I have the standard version, and then when I get the special edition of the Emperor's Gift, I'm going to swap the standard out, and I'm just going to have the 2 special editions that I see. So
that display picture you posted, I felt like that was like something that was like behind one of those like, oh, I got to place a handprint, I got to put in a special code, and like a door opens to reveal that.
yeah, dude, I
looks
want
cool.
the bookends. Like I said, I have to do like a quick review on these because they're so cool and they were cheap. They're on Amazon, dude. Like these bookends are so cool. They're not officially Warhammer. They're like steampunk, but they literally look like a servitor. Like they look like a servitor. And then when you pull them apart, on the inside it's all painted and it's all like mechanical on the inside of a skull. It looks so cool. So cool. And then I got these special wooden book stands to hold them. So, but I wanted something cool to look at while I'm doing all this stuff. Plus, I also work here. So while I work from home. So while I'm working, I want something cool to look at as well. So I want to give you guys just an eye view of what I'm seeing while I'm streaming to you or I'm creating stuff. So,
and I look at the Starforge ones. I was like, God, those things are ridiculously expensive.
Tell me about it. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring up. I'm gonna show you the bookends. Let's see. Let's go. What was it? It was book cyber. It was cyberpunk.
The other crazy thing that I saw from Starforge, that was like the keycaps.
Here it is. Dude, this thing is so cool. Tell me that doesn't look like a servitor.
Still waiting for the.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool. When it catches up, you'll see it in a second. I'm watching the video too. It hasn't caught up yet. But it's, dude, this when you pull it apart, it looks so awesome.
Oh, see, my brain is already going. See, I want to drill to that other eye and put an LED in the switch.
I know, dude. This is awesome, and it's $45.
That totally fits for like a servitor.
Dude, it's 100% a servitor. Dude, it's so saying. I was looking for official Warhammer bookends, but they didn't have any like that were actually reasonably priced. Everything was like hysterical. Like I was looking, they had like some official Warhammer ones, I think from I want to say Gilliman, and they were like $250. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not spending that much money, but this is awesome, and they're actually really heavy and they're awesome. Like these are really good. Like I would, if I was gonna recommend, like I should do a review on this thing because these things are awesome, dude. They're so good. And I was like wondering, are they good? They're actually really good. It's like kind of like with the Starforge stuff. I wanted people to know because
don't go for the rings.
Yeah, exactly. So I actually finished that video. I'm gonna have it go out on Thursday. I just uploaded it and I put it up. It's gonna go out on Thursday. I know a guy who can make this into a legit servitor. I think you know the guy. What I want to do, my plan is to find somebody who can make, and I think I got this idea from UT3, was have a servitor inside of a camera. So when I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at a servitor, right? So it looks cool as hell. So that's what I would love to be able to do. Find somebody on Etsy who could do that and do the same thing. But yeah, this is I would if you're looking for something cool, like a bookend for 40K, 100% recommend that. So, all right, I think that is all I wanted to cover. Again, this week I'm gonna work on that review for the Crimson Paladins. I'll get that out on Saturday. I have another video coming out on Wednesday, which is White Dwarf issue 503. Or 503. And then on Thursday, I have the review of the Grey Knights, Kaldor Dragor, Oath Ring. So I have the 2 of those rings that I have a video on. That's a quick video. It's only like 6 minutes. So that will be out on Thursday. And then on Saturday, at right before 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon, I'm going to have the video of this come out. Now, the only difference that I'm not sure of is Sanguinius going to be here in time to be a part of this review. If he comes by Wednesday, or I'll check the shipping, then he's going to be a part of it. If he's not, then he'll have his own review. So, and the same thing with Titus. I'm going to do a review on Titus. That'll probably be for next week. Then I have a ton more reviews in line to do. The White Dwarf issue, if you're interested in any of those issue reviews, those are going to come out on every Wednesday. So I have this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the following Wednesday, then the latest issue should be out, and then I'm going to do, for the month of February, issue 500, 499, and 498. So I'm going to get all of the issues done that I have, so that all of the White Dwarf magazines that I have are up on a libraries for anybody to take a look at. And if you guys like those type of reviews, I'll think about doing some more stuff with that. So, and then I would say by the end of March, we should have the 10th edition codex for the Grey Knight should have come out, because I believe in the first quarter they're saying that for 10th edition the Grey Knight's codex is supposed to be out. So I'm going to do a full review on that. So just like I did a full review on the Ultimate Guide, I'm going to do a full review to Warhammer 40k. I'm going to do a full review on the Grey Knights one. So, all right. So that
really
is
jumped on the guard book that dropped.
What's up?
I almost jumped. I had the money too. Right as I was hitting checkout, it said sold out.
Oh no!
It was the Kriegsman one, because like I really want that book because it comes with like the extra art. But
oh wow,
yeah, a lot of 10th edition stuff is dropping.
Shoot, when is the art books for the Primarch supposed to be released from Black Library?
I want to say that's up for pre-order.
When is it?
I believe it's up for pre-order now, but it's like it's one of those things where no one's really after it. It's not
really
selling.
Let's see. So I don't know if you guys heard. I went through this whole.
Still available. It's 140.
Where is it? Is it here? Is it on Black Library?
I'll send you the link for it.
Yeah, send me the link. I need to make a space for me. I need a space for displays when I move. I'm hoarding all the dreadnoughts. Dude, Jaeger, I'm telling you, dude, it is the most fun thing. Like, I have a review stand here that I set up completely like with like a motif of like medieval and stuff, and it's perfect if you've seen any of my videos. I love having that. I have this, and then in my garage, I've turned half of the garage into like a super display area with like sand and everything. And for instance, when I do the review for Sanguinius, I'll probably go out there even though it's cold as shit. But dude, yeah, you're gonna like I would recommend anybody to do exactly that, to have an awesome display. $140.
I'm hoping to get a new desk to actually get my PCs and everything set up, but also
this looks cool.
Shelves.
This is on pre-order now.
Yeah, it's been on pre-order for 2 weeks now.
Is this on Amazon? Hold on a second. Let's see. No, it's not. I'm gonna order this. I think this would. Granted, it's only pictures, right? It's not a book, but I think this would actually make a pretty cool review. But I'd love to have the pictures of the Primarchs here. Like, these are actually.
I feel like what would also help you on like enjoying it more is if you can find picture frames that accurately represent Primarchs. And
oh yeah, true. Actually, that's a good point. You know what I'm gonna do though, right? I'm gonna have to get like 40K like Etsy like special 40K frames for these. I think I'm gonna get this.
Oh, what was it? There's this frame shop that is around me, and I've talked to them previously. I was like, if I make a thing, can you make me a custom frame for it? They're like, what are you thinking? I was like, I want it to look like an ice skate battlefield, and if I can have like a draped fox fur, do that. And they're like, yeah, we can do that. I was like, dope.
That's cool. Yeah, I think I'm gonna order this. because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm like a really big. My recommendation for the max amount of space maker. If you can get away with doing that, sure, absolutely. We're gonna be getting a new house probably at the end of this year, and one of my prerequisites for our new house is I want like an entire floor um, available for me. So either it's gonna be a finished attic or a finished basement. Probably the attic because I have so much shit. I don't want to ever have to worry about flooding. So I'll probably have my stuff. Probably look for a finished attic house. We actually there was
Definitely, when you go to do that, make sure all your stuff is also insured.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. Especially my
But
JOYTOY.
either way, because like if something ever happens to the collection, whether it's from like roof damage or flooding from in the basement, make sure your collection is insured.
Yep, I actually have insurance on my really high priced items that I have. But yeah, I agree. I think I'm gonna pick this up. So this will make a cool review. Plus, I like having like these um special editions. Going back to what I was saying before, the Emperor's Gift came out with special edition. I wound up staying up the next morning to try to get the special edition ordered, and like they like screwed the pooch on like letting people get it. I don't know how the hell you were supposed to get it when they didn't advertise the link to it anyway. So I think I'm gonna pick this up, especially because once this gets sold and it's not available anymore to buy directly from them, it's going to be on eBay for easily double this price. Easily double this price. If you look at, I was looking at the Death Watch. Actually, I think I probably still have it in my cards. Yeah, look at this one. Dude, if this was, I was telling you T3 the other day, like if this was Grey Knights, the Death Watch Collector's Edition, I would have already bought this shit. Like this is crazy, dude. This is part of the RPG game. Dude, this thing is so cool. It's all metal and shit. 1000%, I would have already had this in my collection, but because it's Death Watch, like, I'm holding off on not getting. If it were me, I'd buy the new house and not tell my family. I don't think I can get away with that, Rick Dom. I don't think so. But this looks cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick this up. I'm definitely gonna pick up the Primaris collection. I was looking at this when they originally released the.
For a second.
Yeah.
The live stream didn't catch up to what you were saying, and you were still on the Death Watch thing, and I heard you say, I'm definitely picking. I was like, okay.
Dude, this Death Watch is like $1,000, dude. Where is it? Oh, I think I lost it.
You were just telling me you're not gonna do that.
No, hell no. Look at it's $850. It would have to be Grey Knights for me to do this. To pull the trigger on this would 1000% have to be Grey Knights. But it's not, so. Man, it's so cool though, dude. It's so cool. It's all metal and everything. Awesome. Thank God they don't have anything. They didn't do like a RPG game of the Grey Knights because I'd be screwed right now if they did. But this looks cool. All right.
I know probably like really advanced notice. I'm going to be trying to make Legion's Con.
You're gonna be what?
I'm gonna try to make it to Legion's Con this
Oh,
year.
cool, awesome. Yeah, I go every year, so we'll definitely be able to meet up. That'll be fun. Definitely. I'd keep it locked as if Gilliman signed it like. Dude, it's crazy looking, isn't it? Oh my god. Yeah, if it was great. So by the way, Jaeger, if you don't know, so I'm getting a let me go to their website, CG Armors. So this company, CG Armors, they're making me a custom Grey Knights Interceptor outfit. So
awesome, especially when you hook up those speakers that we were talking about.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get a second helmet for streaming and for also that's gonna have a mic in it. I know they keep messaging me, trying to get me to buy. I've already bought one from you guys. Don't worry. Contact me now. But if you go to their Instagram, their webpage. Oh shit! They got somebody. They made a lion one. Oh man, dude. So I'm getting an interceptor, a Great Knight's interceptor, made and sent to me by these people. And the one thing that really sold me on, which you'll probably see here in a second, is the movement. Look at the size of the sword. You could move totally around because I don't want to be like stuck. Oh my god, the shield's huge. Holy mackerel! Oh my god! So he's gonna be able to move totally. I know you're hearing this. You're dying to hear this, T3. Wait till you see this. Oh my god, the lion one looks so cool.
The shield is gigantic.
Oh my god. Wow. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is,
no
one can get that lion armor, and then you just buy a cheap like Reaper or Ewok costume, and you give that to one, and that's the little like gremlin.
That's right. That's the little dudes. That's right. Oh wow, they did the lion. So they. Oh, here's another one. I didn't realize they did the sisters too.
I would hope
too great.
it was sisters one.
Yeah,
I'm sure like that would be pretty good too.
They have to work on. The one that really impressed me was. So here's Titus. This is cool because you can move. So like this is what sold me on it was the fact that you can move around. Let me get because I want to show you the Vitrix.
I feel like the system probably needs like a version 2 that look a little constraining.
Yeah. Here's the Vitrix one. Because that's what sold me on buying this. They got the Night Lords. Here it is.
I like the Titus one. My only issue is I've seen his name. There's the guy on been posting about him printed chainsword.
Dude, what? So look at well, when it catches up. I want you to look at the screen, because the Vitrix one you've seen this before. This is what sold me on them, because you can move around in this, and they did such a great job as far as like, how everything looks on the armor. So good. I wouldn't make any convention at faint, dude. So that's the. Oh man, yeah. So I got my measurements. I went to a tailor last week, and I got my measurements for me. They have like a laundry list of measurements that you have to get. So I got them. I got to send them over to them this week, and then I'm gonna send them my design for what I want for the interceptor. So yeah, this is awesome. But this is they did a Gilliman one too. Look at this. Here's the Gilliman. So cool. So later on this year, you guys will see me.
Display.
What'd you say?
The Vitrix one, I like how it's displayed with being outside and doing movement. That for me, as a cosplayer, and like doing all of that stuff, oh my god, if it cannot hold, especially under like the slightest movements or just like the jaw.
No, that's the whole point.
You put in effort for the swings because you see the shoulder armor jostle.
Correct.
So like for me, like seeing that move but not fall off or fly, for me that's good material.
Yep. So it's a really
I'm
big
cool
thing.
with doing this because that's a lot of work putting into it. Because I remember the pricing.
Yeah, because like this was their first version of the Space Marine, not too great. But I used to play MagFed paintball and I'd get dressed up in like super tactical gear, and you have to still be able to move around and stuff. And so the same thing. When I buy this, I want to be able to move around, which is why I purchased it from them. Because that Vitrix video sold me on them being able to move. And again, I'm going to get the Interceptor's power armor, and I'm not going to go with a Terminator armor, so it's not going to look completely out of scale. Because I think I'm gonna be with the shoes on, probably about 6'4", 6'5". So it's not too out of scale with the power armor. Power armor is like 7 feet tall, so it's not too out of scale. But yeah, so I can't wait for that to come in. So, all right. The only other thing I want to do is I want to get some Space Marine 2. So, I don't know if
Did you still want to wait? It's 121.
shit actually. Nah, you know what? We'll wait till tomorrow night. Yeah. Are you gonna be around tomorrow night?
Yep, I'm off tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Cool. Just the thought of a Warhammer cosplay at a rave concert. Tickets, please. Imagine the noise marine. Dude, can you imagine if somebody got dressed up as a noise marine? That would be hysterical.
There has been 2 noise marines that I've seen gone. One of them actually had my idea of the sticker. They had it inside a guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I just we'll do Space Marine 2 tomorrow because I want to
I kept looking at the time. I was like, I'm enjoying this talk, but
I just realized how late it actually is. So
I don't want to upset your wife, and I know you don't want to upset your wife.
well, yeah, I mean, you know what it is I have a lot of work this week. I have a lot of meetings, and so I've gotten a lot of the stuff pushed to this upcoming week, and we have the 3-day weekend coming up. And so I want to make sure that I handle my business and I'm able to adequately enjoy the weekend. So that's coming up, the 3-day weekend. So yeah, so I think it's a good idea. I'll stop the stream now. Sorry about the problems, guys. This week, hopefully, I'll get everything fixed. I have a new mic, so I won't be using the headset mic anymore. So I got an Elgato Wave DX. I got the arm for it, so my voice will sound better. Yeah, so that should be this.
Call me on Discord before you start tomorrow's stream. We can test your audio.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to touch anything. Hopefully, everything stays the same. So, all right, guys. T3, thank you for jumping on. Again, sorry, guys, about the technical difficulties in the beginning of the stream. Hopefully, this is not a problem in like a week after I have everything set up. So, all right, guys, I'm going to call it there. Thank you for jumping in. Thank you for watching, guys. And again, if you like this content, if you like, by the way, check out my other videos. I think they're pretty cool, especially the 19-figure Blood Angel review. But if you like this content, like and subscribe. Also, comment and let me know, especially on the community tab, what you guys would like to see, because I have such a large collection of Warhammer JOYTOY figures and other Warhammer products. You'll see like Starforge products up on my page for reviews. Let me know what you guys would like to see reviewed. Like, I'm going to pick up this black library book with all the Primarchs, and I'm obviously going to put that up on a review. But if there's anything else that you want to see reviewed, let me know. If not, guys, thank you guys. Have a good night. I'll be talking.